Hi everyone, welcome to today's YouTube channel. Yes, welcome to this week's YouTube channel. Please, before we go ahead, do me a favor, like this video, click the subscribe button, drop a comment, just put your favorite emoji in the comments. You've done that, thank you. Yeah, let's go. Alright, so in today's YouTube video, I want to talk to you about something very interesting. But before we do that, welcome. If this is your first time of seeing me or watching my videos, my name is Toluwakemi and I love to film about various things as being led part-time, and then they ranges from self-development, they range from business, from relationship, yeah, some juicy gist. All right guys, so today I want to talk to you about something that I love so much. Whenever I'm with friends or whenever I tell people about how my parents support what I do, a lot of people are telling me, oh Toluwakemi, you are so lucky. Toluwakemi, you are so lucky. Your parents are supporting you. It is not luck. It is not luck. Don't be scammed. It is not luck. And I want to talk about it today. I want to talk about it in full length today. I want to explain to you how it became and how we are currently going, right? So let's jump right into the video. Okay, so to start with, let me tell you the kind of father and kind of mother that I have, right? So I was already in my part 2 going to my part 3. Listen to this very well. I was already in my part 2 going to my part 3 in Department of Local Government Studies in Obafemi Awolowo University, when my dad and mom just decided that I have to start again from part 1 to go and study accounting. My dad said I cannot have BSc Local Government in his house, so I had to go and start from part 1. Understand that I was already going to year 3 when I had to start again. This is me that already did pre-degree. So I already did pre-degree 1 year. Then I already stayed 1 year before I entered OAU part 1. Then I entered OAU part 1, part 2. So that's like 4 good years. And then after that 4 good years, my parents had to say, well, start again. So that you understand that even though these difficult parents, those were the kind of parents that I had, right? And I had to start again because I had no choice. Then, even though then I wanted to do this, you understand? I wanted to do, I'll go. It's my life. I wanted to do it's my life. Thank God. I wanted to do is my life, but thank God for God's wisdom and thank God for mentors after God, mentors and pastors after God's heart. See, my life is not complete without me mentioning GLT. GLT literally helped my life. Yes, it was GLT. Okay, so but as a result of that, with discretion and wisdom, I should have started from the beginning. I won't lie to you, I didn't like it. I didn't like accounting. I was done because right from then I could already place my hand on it that the things that I want to do doesn't have anything to do with accounts, because I loved talking, I loved teaching people stuff, I loved explaining things to people. I was already seeing myself in the line of marketing, in the line of public relations. Do you get? I was already studying, already researching. Now I can, after local governments, go and further my studies in marketing and all those stuff. But then my parents said, nah, you have to start again. So I had to start again from part 1. It was not easy. It was not like I was in love with accounting, because I wasn't in love with accounting. But one thing I can tell you is that start again, that refresh, that reboot really was what God used to set my life straight. Yeah, it was a disappointment, but in disguise it was a disappointment unto upgrade, unto upliftment for me. And I'm super grateful and I'm super excited that what the devil wanted to use as a setback for me, the Lord actually used it to set me up for good things in life. So that I had to tell you this background story so that you can understand that no matter what your parents are currently, they can change, they can support you. So I'm going to give you the various tools that I used, the various things that I used that helped me in the long run. All right, so after all that happened, right, my brother was already in part 3 or part 4. My brother also did accounting, by the way. I look forward to doing a video with my brother. It's going to be very, very hilarious, I'll tell you, because my brother is a very, very funny, loving, sweet person. That's the kind of brother I have, and I'm super proud of him. So sha, he was already in part 4, so I was now starting again from part 1. Do you understand? It was in part 4, I was starting again. Well sha, long story short, I did it, and by the grace of God, I met some of the most amazing people. One of my best friends currently now, IBK, I met him in accounting. Like, yo, my guy. If you're watching this video, guy, I salute you, I celebrate you, and I'm proud of you for what you are currently doing. I'm so proud of you. All right, so let me know, because if I start mentioning names of people I met, oh my God, it was really, really a great experience for me. I'm not going to lie to you, I'm not going to give you all those God really, really used it to set me up, and I'm so grateful for it. I was able to learn, and that was that in 2019. I was able to learn self-awareness, self-development, self-consciousness. These 3 things really, really helped me stood my ground, and really helped me become the person that I am right now. So the first thing I want to tell you is that you need to understand that support is relative. Let me mention it again. Support is relative. So whatever it is that you are currently calling support is different from what somebody else is calling support. So you have to understand, what do you exactly call support? I had to understand that support is relative. For example, I had the kind of mom, by the grace of God, that when I told my mom that, mommy, I am not going to be working, doing a 9 to 5, my mom surprised me. Do you know what she told me? She said, what concerns me is that you should have your BSc and you can be able to do whatever it is you want to do with your life. My mom telling me that was the biggest support I needed at that time. So for you, you have to understand, I even choose to say that support as a love language. Some people, word of affirmation is the only support they need. Keep giving them word of affirmation, they will keep going. So you need to understand the kind of support you need before you can now demand it from your parents, or before you can say your parents are not giving you the support. So what kind of support do you need? Support is relative to you. Define your own kind of support. I hope you are getting me. Define it. It is very, very important. Oh, Toluwakemi, my parents are not supporting me. Toluwakemi, my parents don't even understand me. What exactly to you do you call support? So that, for example, now your parents might be giving you, they might be supporting you, but the wrong way. So you'll be able to demand it and know that exactly this is the support I need. I hope you got that. So ask yourself, Tolani, what kind of support do I want my parents to give me? Some people, they just want their parents to just know that they are good. That they are good. Some people, they just want their parents to just say, "Bah, take this money." Some people, they just want their parents to support them in the aspect of whenever they are doing what they are doing online. They just don't want them to be calling them that's when you should come and pick beans. So you have to understand, what is your own support? What do you call support? I hope I was able to explain this to you. The second point I want to say is, stop saying generalizing statements. For example, stop saying things like, my parents are not supporting me, my parents are not this. Stop it. You have to understand that they are your parents. They are not everybody's parents. The kind of parents I have, you don't have them. We all have different parents. The way we were parented are different. So you have to start saying, okay, this is my own parents. This is my own parents. Right? What exactly? How are these my parents? What kind of person are they? So you have to start taking it so that you'll be able to say, oh, my parents are the kind of people that they love when they are talked to. My mom loves words of affirmation. So I give my mom words of, whenever I want to collect something, as in my words of affirmation, oh man, skyrockets. But my dad is a principled, reasonable person. So if you want to talk to my dad, you have to You have to be like all your facts have to be ready. You have to have proof. You have to have case studies. That's the kind of parents that I have. That's the kind of mom that I have. But for you, you have to know what kind of parents do you have? What kind of mom do you have? Stop generalizing statements. Just stop. You don't know these things are confession. They are confession, no. See, when I realized that these things are confession, I had to like tell myself, hey, you have to stop saying this. Stop saying my parents are not supporting me. Stop saying it. The fact that people are saying does not mean you too, you have to say it. You have to start being intentional with the way you say your own. You have to start intentionally saying my mommy will support me, my daddy will support. You have to intentionally start saying it. Some people, for the past 10 years or 3 years, they have been saying my parents are not supporting me. That's what you've been saying. That's what you kept saying, and that's what you kept saying. Whereas, if you can start intentionally telling yourself that, in the name of Jesus, they start supporting me, all these things will work for you. I'm telling you, these are very, very simple. They're very, very easy. Now, this is going to make me go to the next point, right? The next point. Start small. Start small. Start small. That thing that you want to do, start it. For example, a lot of youths, we keep saying our parents are not supporting us. Do your parents come to your phone to say, what are you doing on your phone? They don't. So stop using flimsy excuses. Start small. That thing. See, Toluwakemi, I want to do affiliate marketing, but my parents are not supporting me. Start small. You don't need anybody's support to start. The only support you need first is your support. Support yourself. Support yourself first. You support yourself first. Start small. Start small. Support yourself first. You do it. That social media manager you want to become, do it first. I read one of my friends' posts. Her name is Favor. I read Favor's post, and Favor was telling us about how her dad called that and said, hope you are finding something to do besides all these things that they don't want to share and let people graduate. Start small. They can see it. That was what I did. I started small. In 2019, I started small. The first business I did, should I tell you, I sold eggs and groundnuts. The first business I did was groundnut and egg. I was selling groundnut and egg. I'll put groundnuts in nylon, 50 naira. I'll be going through rooms and I'll be selling it. In my school, groundnuts, I will be taking egg inside plastic. I'll be going rooms to room, from room to room, from this room to another room. Start small. They don't need to know. All the excuses you are giving, you don't need it. You don't need it. Start small. I don't know how else to explain this thing to you. Everything you need, you already have it. Everything you need to start, you have it. So all those excuses, my parents are not supporting me, that they don't love me, they don't see. I just lying to yourself. I just disturb yourself. Start small. Start it. There was a girl. She's a Muslim, and she got converted to being a Christian. She said that in their house that they have to kill her and everything. But I was shocked when this babe told me that she still studies the Bible every day, that she never misses studying the Bible. And she was at home with her parents. She said, what I do is, I just look for maybe I'll be inside the bedroom, and I will just read my Bible app on my phone, and I'll be reading it. Start small. This is going to move it to the next point. The next point is carry your parents along. Carry your parents along. Don't be doing these things in isolation. Carry your parents along. If you started in isolation, does not mean that you should keep going in isolation. Carry them along. Don't be afraid to talk to them. This is where the part of me saying understand the kind of parents that you have. When you know the kind of parents that you have, you can be able to say, okay, my daddy likes me talking to him. For example, let me give you an example. In 2020, beginning of 2020, the Lord told me to go to Ife. So I went to Ife. I stayed in Ife. Then the lockdown came and all those good stuff. They stole my phone, my laptop, and all those stuff. And then one of those days, I just had it, I just knew it in my heart to go home. But I was saying it that if I go home, my parents will not support me. If I go home, my mommy will not support me. If I go home, this will not, this. I gave all the excuses. Then it was time to go to church on Sunday. We went to church on Sunday. And boom, my pastor, Pastor Oluwadare, all of a sudden, he was teaching a message and he said, some of you will need to go back home. I was like, sir, what are you saying? And then he kept mentioning that statement that some of you, the Lord will want you to go back home. The Lord will want you to go back home. See, I did not need any town crier to tell me, it's me that is talking to. I went back home in July, and I'm telling you that it's one of the best things I ever did in my life. When I got back home, I started sitting down with my dad. I started talking to him about creating courses, digital marketing, and all those good stuff. When I first started, my daddy would be like, go away, you don't know what you are talking about. You don't know what I am talking about. You don't know what I'm talking about. But whenever he says that, I'll go back to my room, I'll start praying. I'll go back to him again, I'll talk to him. My dad became the person that when he hears on the radio that they are doing something to digital market, he will call me from my room and say, Kemi, come and listen to this. This thing is talking about what you are doing. Carry them along. Carry them along. Don't grow in isolation. Carry your folks along. The support you are looking for is waiting for you. Carry them along. I hope you are getting all these things that I'm telling you. The last thing I want to say is, let them see the hard work you are putting into it. If it is kits that you are creating, let them see how you are always dramatizing in front of your ring lights. Let them see it. If it is coaching you are doing, let them see when your students, when your clients are calling you and you are coaching them. For me, I didn't even know that these things that I'm telling you now. I didn't even know that I was doing them intentionally. I remember then that I will now open the door of my room. I will open it like this. I will open it. So whenever my dad is going to sleep at 11, because my popsi is always is always going to bed at 11 o'clock. And then when popsi is going to bed at 11 o'clock and he passes in front of my room, he will see me with ring lights, with lights. He will see me with everything on. I'm reading, I'm studying, I'm listening to a class. He will see me. There was even a day, I was on a coaching call, and I didn't know that he was standing in front of me, that he was looking at me. I was teaching, I was talking to him, come and see passion, everything. Blah, 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 blah. Only for me to just look up and say, Daddy, and he was like, continue. Let them see you putting the work. Don't be jagaban. Nobody's looking for a perfect. Nobody wants to see you being perfect. Let them see you putting the work. Let them see you. For example, there used to be the red bulb in my room. I went to my dad one day. Daddy, please, can I get the white bulb? He was like, what do you need white bulb for? I said, Daddy, because whenever I'm reading, the red bulb is always disturbing my eyes, but the white bulb is good for the eyes. He said, hey. See, he even asked somebody to come help him to fix it in the house. Put it, the work you had, all the work, they don't see my efforts. Let them see you. I'm telling you, there was a day that There was a day that every Tuesday by I think 5 p.m. or 4 p.m. I go live on Instagram. That was in 2021, January, February. And that Tuesday is the exact day that Popsi goes to the club, to the Elders Corner. It got to a point, my daddy and I, we struck a deal. My daddy said, don't worry, the driver will open the gates. Just continue with what you're doing. There was a day I wanted to do it and everywhere was dark. My Popsi gave me permission to go and on the gen. They want to see you put in the work. These our folks, our parents, they are not bad people. They are not bad people. Show them the results. Let them see, you have 10k followers on Instagram. Show it to them. Explain what followers means to them. See, one of the things I had to learn is that the way you are growing is the way your parents too are growing. So, all those things that they did to you when you were growing up, trust me, they've outgrown it. They just want you to see them that they have also outgrown it. So put in the work. Show them the results. They want to see it. There was a day I made 70-something thousand naira in a day. My mom was shocked. My mom was shocked. Recently, she called me from home because I'm in Abia. She called me and she was like, Kemi, you're not doing that or this thing again. I said, Mom, I'm on break. I was like, because I've not been seeing you doing it though. Trust me, our parents want to support us. I'm telling you, they want to. They are not bad people. They want to. But you have to understand that they have to see you put in the work. They have to see you that you know what you are doing. Nothing makes the best noise like results. Results makes the best noise for you. The validation you are looking for, put in the work. You see, you will get it on a platter. They will even be that like you will be like, my parents, my parents. You will be shocked and you'll be surprised. Put in the work. I'm telling you, you can do it. Then this last one that I want to make mention of, it should have been the first one, but I needed to tell you all these 6 points so that you'll be able to understand that the 7th point is the biggest point, but without work, the biggest point cannot actually stand out. Pray. I prayed though. Hey! I prayed. But then I realized that my prayer was only doing a little. My prayer was only doing 40%. But when I started putting in all the number 1 to 6 I told you, my prayer was now like 70%. My prayer was now like 70% upon it. Your prayer wants to work, but if you don't put the work, your prayer will not work. Hey, see rhyme. But it is the truth. It is the truth. Wow. Tell me, which of all these points will you start making use of? Tell me in the comment section. All right, thank you so much for listening to me. I hope with these points, I hope they are able to help you out, and I hope you are able to take them, and I hope you are able to practice them. And feel free to share your feedbacks with me. I would love to hear from you. See, your parents are not difficult. I'm telling you, your parents are not difficult. You just need to understand them, meet them in the middle. Understand the kind of people you have as parents. You don't have the same parents with everybody, but understand your own parents and start asking God for wisdom for discretion, wisdom for direction on how to go about it. Trust me. If you want to learn more about how I grew up with my parents, there's a video I did about how I overcame low self-esteem and insecurities. Go and watch it. You'll be able to understand what I'm talking about. Ooh! I hope with these few points of mine, I have been able to convince you and not confuse you that it is very easy to get the African parent support you in your African parents support you in your creative journey. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for dropping a comment. Thank you so much for liking my videos. And do not take it for granted. Feel free to watch any of my other videos. Thank you so much. Like, come your way next time. My name remains Toluwakemi. Bye bye.